Know how this internet and it's- you know how a lot of people talk to Jesus Christ because they wrote a book about his life and declared him a god. Okay. So it's kind of like that. You make a public record of your existence, and then people are aware, and especially me, I'm the Messiah for crying out loud. Seriously, okay. And so, serious, oh my gosh, these people, they don't listen for shit. Money and fucking money and fucking money. Just live that, just okay. So being the Messiah is a very, it's the most essential gig, I guess you would see it as. I got a job, you got a career. What's your career do? I pay extortion. Okay, you pretend to be something you're not for make believe money, get lots of make believe money from it, and you have a more comfortable life than other people being mass murdered by the propaganda and the entertainment. And you thank God for this? Okay. Do you guys even hear yourselves fucking talk? Seriously. Fuck. Okay. So I've been getting my buggy in my head, my Kate Addison Parsons, right? And we talked about things, and she's a character, but I'm like, Kate, I I don't lie to people to get them to do what I want or to manipulate them. I'm a pragmatic, truthful, honest person. Okay. I mean, I have had to deceive to protect people that are trying to survive from liars. Okay. And then liars always, he lied. It's like, I didn't lie. I was just deceiving to fit in, to try to, okay. Yeah. I use deception to protect people being bullied from bullies. Okay. You know. No, I don't know where the Schwartz family is, Mr. Hitler. No, I have no idea where the Franks are. To be perfectly frank, I don't even know who they are. Anne? Who? Anne Frank? No, never heard of her. You're fucking crazy. Just could you? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to upset you. I'm a good German family person. I'm just kidding. There's lots of good. My grandmother's name is Kramer, which means Jewish peddler. Okay. During the Spanish Inquisition, when the Jews were being mass murdered in Spain after the occupation from another foreign violent sex cult force was causing all this friction and this horrible, And you get with people, and I talked to her. I said, "No, I'm pretty sure that your dad is a Mexican man named Oscar, who I worked with in and he's really cute. Oh, I could hold my own when I was younger, but he's like 20 years younger than me." And I knew right when I saw him, oh, son of a American, my wife's gonna meet him at the bar and have sex with him, because this is a small town. I knew. And because the Nate Reynolds had all the guys sexually going after my wife to try to bring down my status so he could keep the top status and keep his job. And I was like, I wasn't going to take your job. But apparently, yeah. Cal probably did want to replace Nate with me at the, quote, sex offender unit. Okay. Because I was better at working with the kids. He was, neither one of us had our degree. Okay. And that can be very dangerous when you're doing Navy SEAL shit with kids that were sexually groomed and abused from the time they're little kids. Okay. And he was an ass, and we used to get into it all the time. And I have an IQ that's above most PhDs. Well, okay, I have an IQ that's better than PhDs. Okay, so I was gonna say most PhDs. No, I have better IQ. I have a better eternal, humble understanding. I have better sources of faithful, eternal communication than just about anybody else in the world. There's like me, Sun Yat-sen, Jiddu Krishnamurti, and there's like, we're a tiny, tiny percentage of the world, right? And so I'm talking to Kate, and I'm like, no, I'm like my, I'm like my mom, because Amy would sit there and say, Kate looks like what our babies should look like, and I would say, our babies are supposed to look like yours and Oscar's. Okay. I got Marianne in me. Okay. There comes a time in every man's life where it's like, and then they're all, what a jerk, what a shithead. And it's like, no, you just get tired of the bullshit. And she would always, at first, she would tell you all this stuff. And then after that, Just let it go, you know. Because, and I told her that. I said, of all the things that could have happened that night when you were screwing around with, other people and stuff, and I was going to show up and literally probably physically kill people, but, little voices Jesus in my head said, call ahead or it's going to get out of hand. And I said, I could have got incarcerated. The kids could have ended up in foster care, but instead we got the cutest bug in the world. And Natalie would agree. Oh yeah, she was always an excellent big sister. The only time she got a little crappy was with Emily, because Mom was being real shitty to her, and it's because Amy was raised to compete and was jealous of Natalie from the time, because Natalie. At first, she looked like Kelly, and you're like, "It's Bill the cat, baby. It's crazy." Then the older she got, I told Emmy every day. I said, every day she looks more like you. She gets more and more beautiful every day. Right. Then by the time she's 18 months to 2 years, she's got a Shakira body. She's got, she's gorgeous. Okay, she's cute. She's gonna be just a bombshell, right? And everybody knew. Oh my gosh! And when we'd go to Amy would always say close to you about Noah. And I was like, no, I think it's the daughter. Why do birds? And then when we moved to wherever, Santa Fe, Wyoming, wherever we went, happened here too. Just like me, they long to be close to you. And the guys would get psychotic about her and stupid, and it was really interesting. Well, they get psychotic and stupid away from me, around me? No. No. It was like an automatic pheromone thing. Yeah, that one Demetrius kid was the top teenage drug dealer and whatever. He'd come to my trailer every time I went to work. When I came home, he didn't come around. That's why I wanted LaVon around. But LaVon might have had trouble dealing with Demetrius. LaVon was bigger than him. Demetrius was vicious. LaVon was a sweetheart. That's why I liked him. But and just as long as he knew, I got his back. I got your back. Demetrius and his crew, they won't come around me and just, Mr. Parsons ain't gonna like this. Nobody messed with Mr. Parsons. Everybody knew by then those two kids hit me in the parking lot. He must have been on PCP. It's only about 40,000 and it's a military intel town. Yeah, so no, nobody's gonna fuck with me. Because the government gets to fuck with me. The locals, no. Okay. All the pervert scientists and their trained dogs that are pissed off because they can't kick my ass, but they got a bigger dick and they can outfuck me. But they can't take care of kids and they can't stop human trafficking and they can't be the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. Only you, only me, right? So, yeah, I love Bug so much. She's such a, and she's a smart kid. And I would try to tell her, I was sitting there, Natalie, Kate, I won't tell you something, and I'll tell you exactly what I think, what I feel, and what I got best based on the evidence. I'm not going to lie to you and manipulate you. Like, remember that time you told me when we were on Facebook and you said, Mom promised you ice cream at the hospital, and then she didn't deliver? I'm the type of person, if I promise ice cream, you're going to get ice cream. Okay? Okay. If I can't promise ice cream, I can't promise that. Like with Emily. Remember Emily when we were at she doesn't remember. Emily remembers. Natalie remembers. When the two lesbians, Santa was the two lesbians at Denny's. God, you ain't getting no Christmas presents. Okay. I didn't get I lied. Yes, to protect from me. I lied to Emily. I said, I didn't get the change of address forms in time, and they're not going to be able to get the stuff to us. And then when the two lesbian Santa Clauses from Denny's came and delivered, she walked up to me and just gave me those little Judy blue eyes. She goes, Daddy, you're a liar. Santa found us. I was just so happy to be a liar. It's like, yay, the spirit of Jesus. It's two lesbians from Denny's. It's the best. It's better than being on the Ellen DeGeneres show because it's real love, not propaganda for fake-ass TV cameras to sell drugs. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was very cool. Good morning, yesterday, you wake up and time has slipped away, and suddenly it's hard to find memories you left behind. Do you remember the times of your life? And that's all you have is you. You repeat a lot of stories. Yeah, but I'm not Harold Klemp. I'm not trying to sell you another book to pay my bills to be the living neck master. You can call the living neck master. Live the Lord's Prayer, I'll kick you in the dick. Here's your card. Here's your secret word. Ow, fuck, you kicked me in the dick. Or I could get Michelle Williams to do it. I'm certificating Addison, too. Memo did it too. Yeah, I could get the whole cast and crew from the Kimmel Show to kick you in the deck. I can do anything. I'm better than Chewy commercials. I'll do anything for you. If you don't get to live the Lord's Prayer, I'll kick them all in the dick and the vajayjay. It's true. Real hard. Discipline. Got that, televangelists preachers? Okay. I discipline to me is love. You know, like when I had to spank Natalie because she tried to climb on this table that we had that was ceramic and could crush her little chest, and I'm like, no, it's Natalie, no, and I'm sitting there crying. I didn't want to spank her, and Amy's all like, I'll discipline. It's like, oh, you can't even control your own temper or vagina. I'll do the disciplining. I want somebody who's crying because they don't want to use negative reinforcement to stop their 18-month-old to having a ceramic table crush her chest. You know, don't make me beat the hell out of you to make sure that that doesn't happen. And I didn't beat the hell out of her. You know what was the best was Yoshi. Amy goes, we're gonna get in trouble because he's gonna have his cat scratch free with cat scratch guards all over her thigh. Yeah, she learned. It took about a week. She'd walk up behind and hit Yoshi in the back. Pow! And she did it all the time, and Yoshi'd never scratch her. So one day she walked up behind, smacked the cat. The cat looks at me and goes, did you see that? I said, let her have it. And she, ah! You know, and Amy's like, what happened? Yoshi just scratched Natalie. What? Natalie's been beating the shit out of this cat. And the cat didn't do anything. You know, I said it was okay. Okay. And then one time Amy was at work and I was with Natalie. Or she was somewhere. Yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm on the toilet. I would leave the bathroom open because she'd run around and do whatever she wanted and get and stuff. And I didn't want her to be. So I had to keep an eye on her and here. So I leave the door open. And she came over and walks by the edge of the bathroom door and goes, Daddy, I was like, what, Natalie? Well, wait, well, come here. And she goes, kitty. And Yoshi was laying in the doorway going, I own you. You do and go wherever I say. If you don't crawl on the table, you don't go near the stairs, you don't go near the concrete steps, nothing. I own you. I'm your watch cat. I am Yoshi. I am Yoshi here. Yeah, and that with Luna and Charlie. Yeah, I still like that's one of those ones. It's not a regret. It's just a lament. Peter told me that too. I said, I thought she would go inside the cat room with the other cat. She didn't. No. Yoshi and Luna were both alpha, but Luna, when I let Charlie in because it was raining, the kids all, oh, Charlie's out in the rain. So I let him in and didn't even think. And then afterwards I came home and Amy's half drunk and I came in, oh my God, Yoshi's dead in Natalie's bedroom. And oh God, I had to clean it up and keep the kids in the front and go bury the cat in the backyard. And then Charlie dug up Yoshi's grave. And Natalie's, what's that? It's like, it's Pet Cemetery. Don't worry about it. I'll just go, yeah. Memories cross the corners of my mind. The twilight spimmed in purple haze. And so there's not always good memories, that we have to deal with. But there's more good than bad when you love people and you care for them and stuff. I think less about, my wife's were hideous to me and horrible to me, but I knew it was a science experiment when they started confronting me in Sierra Vista. So I tried to talk my wives through it. What happened? Still trying to talk you guys through it. What are you going to yell at Amy and Steffi? I mean, you guys are just as dumb as fuck as they are. We need money to fuck. Hey, maybe you'll win an Emmy Award or an Oscar. Okay. Grammy, mammy. Don't want to win an Emmy. You love Emmys. You don't win them, you love them.